This conference will now be recorded.
Hi, good evening. Please confirm me am I audible in the chat box. Thank you, Simra. Uh, Thank you all. So today we'll talk about a website. Example, if I take uh, like NICT, nictcomputereducation.com. nictcomputereducation.com, whatever I'm typing, this is called as DNS, domain naming system. So please mute your
ಆಗಸ್ಟ್
mic.
ಅದಿನ್ನೂ ಜೂನಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲಮ್ಮ, ಒಂದೇ ಸಲ ಆಗಸ್ಟ್ ಹಾಕಂತ ಬಿಡು.
So whatever you are seeing here, nictcomputereducation.com, it's nothing but it's a DNS, domain naming system. So every domain naming system, there will be an IP address. So that also I will show you later in the later part. So just if you press enter key, it's directly loading the complete website. In the website, you have home page. Home page is nothing but direct. The first page of the website is called as home page. Okay, the next you have about us page. Next you have courses. Inside the courses, there will be a separate page. So this is a web page. Like if I want to know about more details in the data science, if I click here, it is taking me to the next another web page. Okay, so you have in the bottom, like in the bottom you have about NICT and sublinks, links, quick links. Okay, and in the top position you have navigators, like these are all navigators: home menu, address, about us, courses, and again contact us and verify. This is the search box. If you want to search anything, that you can search. Okay, and this is connected to WhatsApp. Okay, you can directly interact with the WhatsApp. So now again, if I click again in the courses, it is loading that courses page. Okay, and you have one button like view details. So sometimes in place of view details, you will be having buy now, then read more, something like that. Okay, so now if I click one more here, so this is another web page. Okay, again come back and again go to contact us. So in the contact us, you have Google Map and email ID address, and next you have information about that social media. Then you go to verify certificate. If they anybody, if they entered certificate name, certificate number, so people will have acknowledgement in here itself. So just like this is something, a small introduction about this website. So now the question is, so as we have seen the website of nictcomputereducation.com, so technically how can I define them? For example, what is a website? So if anybody asks what I can define, so it's nothing but website is a collections of interconnected web pages. Okay, so whatever you have seen in the NICT computereducation.com, a website is a collections of interconnected web pages that are stored on a web server. Okay, so now nictcomputereducation.com, that is a DNS where my web pages are stored. That area is called as web server, and also called as hosting. Okay, that we will talk technically we will talk later. So it's a web server. All web pages are stored in the web server and also accessible through the internet using a unique domain name. So example itself, www.example.com. So there's a definition. Sir, website allows individuals, businesses, organizations, and institutions to share information. Why website is required? Any website if they have in the industry, so that allows for individuals, then businesses and organization and institutions to share information, and also very important, to promote products and services, and also used for communicate with customers and conduct online business. So this is the beauty of website. Now for every digital marketing, it must have a website. It means without website, just like it's an office. Okay, so without website I cannot able to run my digital marketing. Okay, landing page must be created, how we have in this. Okay, so in simple method or simple definition, if I want to talk, a website is your digital office, or it's nothing but online business location that people can visit anytime from anywhere in the world using internet. So just like how you have physical office, a building, an address, room, employees. So here also we have a website. Any website, if I take, that website has number one domain name. So whatever you have seen, like nictcomputereducation.com, then web hosting. This is a second area, most important, where complete web pages are get stored, and web pages. So how you are going to present your information, business information, in the right way, then you must have a web pages. Web pages are what you have seen, like courses, then about us, contact us, everything like that. Okay, and important thing is content. If you take any web page, I think just now you have seen, 1 minute. So here you can see what content it has. So it has one image. Okay, sorry, if I go for courses, you have one image and you have some information, and there will be a CTA button, like a call to action. You can see some offer, you can see some view details. Okay, and the next, if you go for uh, about us, so this is your image. So image is one of the content, and this is headings, then text you have, then button you have. Okay, then paragraph text you have, then you have sometimes videos, sometimes audio. Okay, and you have Google Map, okay, social media links, okay, then icons, then local business Google profile, okay, and here you have a logo and as well as images that you can see, okay. So these are the few examples of content, okay. Every web page if I take, so there will be a content. So the content, web page content, the contents of the web page is important, how you have to present, okay. So content is nothing but your text, okay, then your image, then your video, then audio, okay, whatever you have to present in the web pages as per the business requirement. So this content has to be entered in the web pages. Once the web pages is ready, that you load into the web hosting area, that will host that complete website once it get connected to the DNS, domain naming system, okay. So now the component, if I talk about a component of a website, what are the components? Like people always will have some list, okay. So just like whatever you have seen, website components, so informations related to information. So just assumes this is your website. In the main website you have home page. So home page also called as, in the technical format, index page, okay. So indexed page or home page is nothing but the first page of the website, first page of the website is called home page. The second one, about us. Then third one, as you have seen, courses, okay. And you can go for gallery sometimes, means what videos, audios, the testimonial, what the event they conducted. Even you can visit your MCC college website, so that there you will be having these many things, okay. It's a standard one. Home page must be applicable for every business websites. Then about us mandatory, then contact us is mandatory, okay. Then content is mandatory, that comes in the gallery. Then they'll ask for student reviews, okay. Then next they'll go for blog, then they'll go for contact us, then they'll go for registration page, so something like this. So here each page has a different purposes. This is just like a component. Sir, what are the main parts? If I want to create a website, what is the main uh, components or anatomy of website? So number one, as I said, domain name. So domain name is nothing but it's a address, website address, just like a name. Example like google.com. If you visit google.com, that address means the information is different. Again, if I go for amazon.in, okay, then something like if I go for NICT computer education.com. So these are the few example of domain name. The second component or second thing is called web hosting. So in the web hosting, as I said, whenever the developers developed the web pages, belongs to the businesses, especially what I've listed like home page, contact page, courses, So when developers develop the web pages that are stored, especially in the online, okay. So to host your website, complete website, you must have some storage. So that storage is given by hosting, web hosting. So that online storage where website files are kept is called as web hosting. So just think of hosting as a renting space on the internet. You have to pay every month. It depends upon that plan. Okay. So just I'll be writing renting space on the internet. So in the internet, nothing is free. So to contact, to reach your audience, then you must have to pay. Okay. Then third one is web pages. If I talk about a web page, like individual pages inside the website is called web page. So, sir, what is a individual web page? So, for example, home page will have a separate individual web page. Then about, then you have a contact, you have a services, just like how I had a courses. So something like that, services. Then you have a blog. So these are the web pages. Then most important is content. Sir, what is the meaning of content? So everything users see in the web pages, that I can name that as content. Users are number one, as I said, text, then images, then videos, then what I can say, audio sometimes, and also I can name it as forms what I've created yesterday. Okay, then buttons. Okay, it's called as CTA, call to action button, and links. Whenever you are clicking read more button, just now I have demonstrated, whenever you are clicking from one page to another page, whatever it's get connected is called as link, that is connected between one page to another page. So the if you click the course button, the web page will get loaded. Inside the courses, again you will be getting so many courses list. One of the link, if you click, then it start connected to the particular web page, is called as link. So these are the content of the website. So now totally you have four main parts for every website. One is domain name, then next one is web hosting, then web pages and content. So any web pages, uh, if you save, okay, so which will have extension called as HTML. So .html is an extension of pages, is called as hypertext markup language. This is a HTML that most of the times the people will use .html. So .html is an extension. Sometimes people use ASP, .asp, active server page. This is also one of the extension, and PHP. So depends upon that, I'll talk about later, which is too much technical part. Okay, for developers, like technical people will use this .asp, .php, okay, .jsp also. Okay, these are the extension. Web page extension. Just I'll be writing web page extensions. So now the question is, sir, what type of websites? So how many types of websites we have? So we have different types of websites. Number one, uh, business websites. Why business website? This is used by companies to promote their product and services, just like our NICT computer education. Okay, then second one is called as e-commerce website, and third one it says e-commerce websites like Amazon and Flipkart. Then next you have a educational website, just for your knowledge. Then fourth one, if I talk any schools, any colleges, any training institute, what they've introducing for their businesses is called educational website. And you have one more called as portfolio website. So portfolio website is nothing but it's a just it shows a person work and achievement is called as portfolio. So this is used by tomorrow if you want to create your own portfolio regarding for digital marketing, you can showcase your achievements. Okay, so you have to create, you don't want to create any website, you have to create a portfolio website. Okay, so here people shows a particular person's work and achievements used by uh, designers. Okay, then developers, then photographers, then freelancers. So something like this, individual persons they'll be creating their own portfolio. If anybody asking, before you joining any company, they'll ask what's your achievement. So do you have any portfolio? So something like that people will ask you. So by the time you can create your own portfolio website and send that link what achievement you have done, so they'll get to know about this. Okay, next you have a blog website. So the blog websites, it is only to publish the articles and educational content. So you have to remember why people will use these terms. Okay, so publish articles and educational content. And next category of website like news websites. So the news websites which is going to shares news and current events, what's happening right now in the society, so where freely I can get updated. Next we have government websites. So this is only to provide public services and informations. If you want to apply any ration card, Aadhaar card, something like that, government websites will be there. Next, you have personal websites. So this is used to introduce yourself, okay, and also, or you can showcase your skills, what you are. So this is the few examples to understand types of business, sorry, types of websites. Now the question is, sir, why website is so important now? Why is a website important? When you have a website, it's help businesses. So it's saying that build credibility, then you can reach customers globally, then showcase products and services, Then you can generate leads. Then you can receive inquiries. Then you can sell products and services. Then you can accept registrations. Then you can share updates. Then you can provide customer supports. So something like this. These are the most benefits why I supposed to go for a website. Now think as like a digital marketer. So what I want, I want to have a leads, then I have to receive inquiries. I wanted to sell a product. Okay, then I wanted to update it. So to stay with the customer communication relationship, then I have to share my updates and I have to give customer supports or uh, customer supports as behalf of company. Then you must have a website. Okay. Now the question is, sir, how does a website works? How website is works? So simply, if I want to take, so imagine you are a user. So if you are a user here, then you have a different types of website address. So you can use one of them. Website address, whatever I've shown you now, then that's connected to internet. So this is the basic one. Next to that, you have a web server. Okay, in the internet, you have a web server. What you can see in the internet, you have a web server. That web server that stores website files, their website files. So that website files, whenever you open in the Google Chrome, okay, and if you enter the name, that going to be displayed in the browsers. Browsers displays website. So it is a simple method make you to understand. So what you are, where you are, and how it works, entire thing. So when you have the types of address, so your browser requests a website from the server. Okay, the server sends the complete pages back back to your browsers to view purpose. Okay, so once again I'll repeat, when you type website address, your browser send a request. Okay, so browser requests the website from the server, from its server, and server send the pages back for you to view. So this is how everything it works in technically. So because you are all not a technical students, just because of that reason, just I'm simplifying this. So when you type website address, your browser request the website from its server, and the server send the pages for you to view. So now my next question something like, sir, website in digital marketing, what exactly it is? Correct, right? So I'll give you a small picture here. It's a website in digital marketing. what happens? Imagine you have a Google search. Any Google search, whenever you type any keyword, so that's connected to website. Number one. Next, if I go for Facebook, so in the Facebook also it's connected to your website. Instagram, any ads if you plan to run in the Facebook platform, in the Instagram, then in the LinkedIn. Okay, then you have next you have one more called as YouTube. Okay, popular one. Next, I can go for WhatsApp. Then you have one more called as email. Okay, or email marketing. So I did not mention here, just I'm taking one by one. Email marketing, then YouTube marketing, LinkedIn marketing, then Instagram marketing, Facebook marketing, Google search, okay, and anything, okay. So even I forgot to mention Google Ads. Okay. So here, what happens? It's get connected to what website? So now, whatever uh, the links you are getting, the inquiries, you are driving the people to the website. People who are in the web, Facebook, people who are in the Instagram, YouTube, okay, they have their own purposes. They will visit in between entertainment. So if anybody watches that your ads, then it's directly connected to website. So this website will have a lead forms. So yesterday I've told you how you can create a form, lead forms, and once the customers connected to the lead form, and once they filled the complete required field, then I will get a inquiry. So it means the customers connected to my website. Now imagine, is that important or not? Now, which is the main bridge to your business to uh, social media peoples, or in the internet world customers what you have? So what is the main activity you are going to conducting here? So every digital marketing activities aims to bring visitors to a website, and also where they can learn more and take action. There's the main purpose. So here almost every digital marketing activity aims to bring visitors to a website where they can learn more or take action. So this is a small example. Is it understood? So you ask me if you have any doubts in between. Good. Okay, so now the main question is, I'm getting queries. Sir, how can I develop a website now? How do you develop a website? So that answer I will give you. So before you develop a website development, so there will be a two part. One is called as no code, or also called as low code. Means I can name it as non-programmers. So these are the persons working under non-programmers. So right now you are all non-programmers. So still, if you are a non-programmers, you can develop your own website. So there will be some platforms. The platforms like Google Sites, then you can go for WordPress. Okay, then you can go for Wix, and you can go for Shopify. Okay, then you can go for Canva website. So something like this. Okay, then these are the few examples for non-coders or non-programmers how to develop a website. So we will show you how we can create a website using Google site. And there will be a one more category here, the same thing for programmers. Just whatever I have mentioned, it is only for non-programmers. For programmers, which is called as coding. So the people who are working on coding platforms are programmers. Then they have to go for the first one, naming that HTML. So they have to start. If you want to become a web developer tomorrow, then you have to start in the coding platform HTML. Then next one is CSS. Then there will be a JavaScript. Okay, then people will have bootstraps. Okay, then next React. The next people will have Python. Okay, so people will like Python and PHP and Node.js, and database like MySQL or PostgreSQL. So these are the few examples how programmers and non-programmers develop a website development. Website development for non-coders, like I can name it as here, who is going to becoming non-programmers, for example business owner. So business owners, then students like you, then teachers, okay, then freelancers, then small businesses. So these guys consider them as non-programmers. They don't have a programming knowledge. Means programming knowledge not required to build a website. Now come to especially for non sorry programmers, they must have a complete set of area, like as I said, programming knowledge. So here in the programming knowledge, which is completely classified in the name of front end technologies and back end technologies. Okay, it's called as full stack. So full stack web development. So in the full stack web development, People will use front end technologies. Then next one is back end technologies. If I talk about the first one, like front end technologies, so the terminology like HTML. So HTML, just like it's a structure, then CSS, it's a giving like a styles, like a color, then different animations, so on so on. Then next JavaScript, it is for interactive purpose. Okay, then next we have Bootstrap. The Bootstrap responsive designs. So yesterday you have seen, you can means you can open through mobile also. Okay, the same website responses for web many devices like desktop, laptop, your Android mobile phone, tablet, everything. So that is what Bootstrap. Then next you have a React. It is modern user interface. If you are looking, then you have to go for uh, React. These comes under front end technologies. Okay, and one more I have written, that is what back end technologies. What does in the back end technologies? Already I have written there. One is Python. Okay, so Python, it's a server side development. So in that Python there will be a Django and Flask. So people will use this. So its purpose is what? So server side development. And PHP, this is what again server side web applications. Okay, then Node.js, Node.js, in bracket name it as Express. Okay, so here this is for JavaScript backend. Then you have a Java itself. So in that Java, say that Spring Boot. In the Spring Boot enterprise applications, so big companies. Then if you are looking for C sharp, this is a symbol, or in the simple format, people like .NET. People call them as a .NET. So this is same thing for web applications. Microsoft ecosystem. Okay, people like sometimes Microsoft product to construct the websites. So whenever you have this application server, that's get connected to the database, because the data must be saved under databases. So people will use like MySQL. Then you have a PostgreSQL. Next you have MongoDB. You might have heard about this, MongoDB. Then SQL Server. When people start using Microsoft product, then Microsoft database server is SQL Server. This enterprise databases, MongoDB document databases, PostgreSQL advanced relationship databases. MySQL is a general purpose database. So this is what complete naming system as full stack web development. In the full stack web development, one is front end, one is back end, and another one is databases. So if you studied complete full set of front side, back end, and as well as databases, then you will become a full stack web developer. Okay, just you ask in the chat GPT or somewhere, what is the salary for full stack web developers? So which will give you the complete example how it works, means what would be the salary, so on and so on. Okay, but nowadays when you have this complete knowledge, okay, now AI is going to developing a website. It's called as modern AI website development. So it means only AI tool can take up entire thing. AI tools can speed up your website creations by generating the layout, then text, images, and even more. Even complete entire thing, front end, back end, everything. But you have to pay everything, and monthly once you have to pay. Okay, imagine I am using some XYZ tool, AI tool for web development. Then what you have to do is every month or once if you deployed, okay, that AI is going to taking care. Okay, and tomorrow if you want to run, then every year you have to pay and you have to start use. Okay, and here also you have to pay and use in the real time, like your domain name, hosting space. Okay, other than that domain name and hosting space, you have to pay for AI tool. Okay, that billing once gets generated, then you decide which is the best side where you can work for web development. But nowadays companies are taking AI tool assistance and generating the complete web development. So that includes chat gpt for content, code, and planning purpose, and GitHub, it's for coding assistance, GitHub Copilot. And AI features includes like a website developers like Wix and WordPress plugins. So AI is the best used as an assistance nowadays. Okay, so still you can get that complete final website for accuracy and quality. So with the help of AI, you can develop modern website. Okay. But now, sir, you suggest me which is the best option now. Suppose I'm a business owner, then which one should I go for? Which is the best recommended approach? Suppose if you're a business owner, then I would recommend you to go for Google site. So simple websites. Okay, and business owner as well as digital marketer. Okay, and again I'll be writing as a digital marketer. If you're a digital marketer, then you I suggest to go for WordPress. Okay, or you can go for Google site, any one of this. Then, sir, I'm a student. Then if you're a student, then I would suggest you to go for, first you learn Google site, then you go for WordPress. So best way of understanding. Then, sir, I'm a graphic designer. Okay, there will be a tool called as Webflow. Okay, framer. So that you can use and develop. Sir, I'm a web developer. Suppose if you are a web developer, then you start coding HTML, CSS, then JavaScript, then React, then Python, so on, so on. Then, sir, I want to work for e-commerce, okay, e-commerce business. For e-commerce business, uh, Shopify or WooCommerce in the WordPress. So something like this. This is my recommendations. You can follow any one of this. So now you are comes under non-coding, like no coding system. So still I want to develop a website. Okay, so to develop a website, better you go for Google site. Okay, then sir, I want to build a professional business websites. Then I would suggest you to go for WordPress. Okay, in that Elementor you have then Visual Page Builder. Okay, then contact forms, SEO, analytics, landing pages. So everything you will get a solution. So this is how the full coding system is going to work. So you ask me if you have any doubts in this interactions. So website for graphics designer is Framer. I've forgotten to mention. Where is that? Here on the tip. Mm, graphic designer, Webflow or Framer. Okay, might be asking, sir, why should I go for Google site and WordPress as a non-coder? So one is cost wise. The cost of Google site websites, it's a free. You have to pay only for hosting. Okay, you need not to pay single prices also, only for domain name. Okay, only for domain name you have to pay. Okay, yearly, if you ready to pay around 800 rupees, 900 rupees, then you can build one professional website only, business oriented information things. But if I go for WordPress, you have to pay for hosting and you have to pay for domain name. So self-hosted sites not possible. So sometimes, okay. Then coding, both the side coding is not required. So if you are going for WordPress, so basic use if you know, then easy to handle it. And SEO part, in the Google site you will get only the basic SEO part, but in the WordPress you will be getting advanced SEO part. And sir, if I want plugins, so in the Google site there is no plugins, but in the WordPress you'll be having some thousands of plugins. Sir, I want to build a e-commerce website, but in Google site not possible to build a website. Only the basic and free websites can be designed. Then WordPress, if I take, you can build e-commerce websites, but there will be for every plugins you have to pay for that. Okay. Then next you have a blogs. So blogs, suppose as a blogger, if I want to create a blog using Google site, there will be some limitations are there. But if I use WordPress, so I can create a different blogs, and it is good platform for creating of blogs. It's an excellent way you can create. And LMS, learning management system. So in WordPress is possible, but in Google site is not possible. And Google site is suitable for simple website, internal sites, and for landing pages. So this much is enough to use your Google site. Sir, I'm a professional business, means looking for professional business websites, then which is the best one? So WordPress is the best one for professional business websites, but you have to pay for everything. Okay, plugins you have to pay, hosting you have to pay, domain naming you have to pay. So every requirement people collect the money. Okay, so now just have a look once. So I'm taking here, you go for GoDaddy, and here you search, for example, Modi computer education, something like this. Press enter key and check for saying that great name, it's available, and this is the charge. Right now, if you pay for the first registration with 3 years registration, you can see some price you have in the right hand side. Okay, so 1500 something like this, and they can go for six billing amount and go to the next part here. So this is .com, .net, .org, .ai. Okay, these are the different domains. Okay, this is a card symbol, like it is just now it started 1 rupee, but look at this, the domain name for AI. So AI is trending, so now they are charging this much. So this is a first year only with the 2 years term. So that you can see in this. Okay, so similarly you can go for hostinger, open this web hosting. So here also you can search entire thing, type for Modi computer education.com, click search, find your name, look at this, make it yours. The domain name is available. If anyone's purchased here belongs to that name, then I'll be not getting. Now if I want only like modi.com, something like this. So modi.com already they have taken. Look at this. Okay, modi.online. So this as of now this is the rate. Modi solution is available. Modi.online, Modi.space, Modi.cloud. So these are the different names are there. You can search. any name. For example, if I want virat.com, so just you search. So virat.com is already purchased. So this is how DNS you have to purchase. Okay, whenever you purchasing the DNS, domain naming system, if that available, once if you make the payment, then the domain name is available for your usage in the website. Okay, then if you not like GoDaddy platform, so you go for Hostinger, and here also you search and go to this price mode. Okay, look at this web hosting. Along with name, you have web hosting. So already I told you what is hosting means. It is going to store all your web pages in the application server or web server. So unlimited per month you have to pay 200 rupees, and this is the benefits. Okay, if you go for around 70 rupees per month, okay, one website, 10 GB SSD space, and free weekly backups. CDN is not available. Okay, content delivery network, then integrated e-commerce, AI tools is not available, vibe coding is not available, so WordPress is available here. Okay, and sir, still if I want to go for little bit features, then they are asking for 200 rupees unlimited plan, like unlimited websites, domain free for 1 year. So as of now, if I purchase, okay, then you have CDN includes integrated with e-commerce, AI tools is available, then vibe coding, like 15 credits. Okay, drag and drop website builder is available, then WordPress is available. Okay, just now as I said, if you want to use WordPress, then you have to purchase in any one of this platform, and Node.js is also available, and you have one more called as mailboxes, like a business email ID, so that also available here. Sir, I'm looking for little bit uh, higher level, then you can go for cloud startups. It is for power for agencies. Okay, and it's a high traffic projects. You can work in this platform. Okay, and all the features are available. Okay, just you compare the plans, what you'll get, and look at this. So here you have 10 GB, 20 GB, 50 GB, 100 GB. Okay, then daily backup is available for the last two. Then CDN is also available. WordPress is available for all. Okay, then drag and drop. The first three, last three you have. E-commerce, last two. Then vibe coding, it's a 15 credits. Web app, so 5 in the unlimited platform. And cloud startups, 10. Free domain. So from the second, like premium, unlimited, and cloud startups, giving free domains, so you can purchase if that available. Then free domain who is privacy protection. So if you are looking for privacy protections, you don't want to reveal your domain registration details, they'll be charging 900 rupees per month. Then email, okay, then email marketing is these two is available, last two. Then AI tools is available for unlimited and as well as cloud space. SEO also, AI SEO also available, and the 99.9% like always uptime for all the areas. So next, SSL certificate, like to build a secure website, you have these many options. SSL stands for secure website. Whenever you open a website that is started from uh, HTTPS, okay, where you can see HTTPS, just if you open and do copy and paste in the notepad, whenever you paste in the notepad, then that complete area of the website is displayed along with URL, so that you can see. 1 minute, we'll be sharing that, so that you can see here any website. If you do copy paste, then it started with HTTPS. So to get this HTTPS in the main URL part, then what I must have SSL. Okay, if you connected with SSL, then your website will become secure website. Otherwise, there will be hackers. They'll be keep on targeting your website and they will make you collapse. Okay, so see to that what has to be done for 24 into 7, always uptime, and you have to pay for secure websites. So this is what I saying. Okay, so go to this part, unlimited SSL. Okay, then files and directories, like it's called as inodes. Okay, and PHP workers, databases. Okay, so look at this 10 database, then database size like a 3 GB, 6 GB, RAM 2 GB to 1 GB to 4 GB, CPU one CPU to 4 CPU, then bandwidth, unlimited bandwidth. So these are all considered when you before you planning for a particular website. So unknowingly, if you are purchasing something and if you don't know about ABCD of this technical details, then what happens? The website, if it is available, then sometimes it's not going to work. Okay, there will be a chance to misleading of your lead generations. You'll be not getting the proper response from the audience because your website itself is not going to work in the proper manner. So see to that, technical things is how much required here, and in which platform you are going to buy, and what are the features, what are the plan, what is the price level. Okay, then what is the security part is available. Okay, look at this, malware scanner, DDoS protections, then web application firewall. Okay, every options is that checked or not, that you have to check. And Node.js framework, this works for unlimited and cloud startup platform. Okay, so it works along with the technical details, whatever I said, like MySQL, PHP, okay, DNS management. Okay, these are the technical part, like full stack, whatever I said. In the back end and databases, everything comes here itself. So see to that whenever you plan to purchase particular web hosting as well as DNS, just you have to start, you have to think if that available, you can check. So you have web hosting and as well as cloud hosting. So cloud hosting is different, web hosting is different. Okay, web hosting, like you can host any website quickly and easily and securely, but here is to scale with more power and as well as resources, then it's a cloud hosting. And you have one more called as VPS hosting. So now in the hosting itself, you have three things. One is web hosting, one is cloud hosting, and one is VPS hosting. Where VPS stands for virtual private server. It is more powerful and control, and it's something like uh, there will be a, as of now here you have NVMe SSD storage, and this is the microprocessor, and it is weekly backup is available, and AI web terminal is available. And look at the changes, like a platform of VPS. Every month you have to pay 500 600 rupees, and KVM2 around 800 rupees, KVM4 1100. And look at the uh, cloud host. Okay, what is the configurations of this? So this is 2 CPU, here you have a 4x CPU force, 16 GB RAM, here is 8 GB RAM. Okay, then storage it's 200 GB, it's 100 GB, and 8 GB 8 TB bandwidth, here 16 GB bandwidth. Okay, this for VPS. Then when you go for cloud. Okay, in this cloud platform you can see 600 rupees per month. You can choose unlimited ssl, wipe coding credits free, then unlimited mailbox like a email id, and you can work for wordpress, woocommerce, and web application, cdn included, ip address, and all seo ready. Okay, but what is the use of this? 10 websites, 4 CPU core, 4 GB RAM, and 100 GB NVMe storage. So sometimes, if your website is connected with low specification or low configuration, then it never works much faster. So see to that the website is that working faster or not. If that to work much faster, the resources must be in high level. Okay, unknowingly, if you connected with the low end, then immediately you have to change. Okay, and see for the professional one, see what happened here. In the startups it was a 4 GB 4 CPU, but what happens in this professional? So 5 CPU, then 6 GB RAM, and 200 GB NVMe storage. And go for the enterprises one, so it is 12 GB. This is for cloud web hosting. This is the first the last one what I said, vps web hosting. This is the normal one, like web hosting itself. Okay, so here we have a different concepts. So this is all about hosting types. Okay, but depends upon your company requirement, so select what exactly is required. So hope you all understood. So web hosting is nothing but what? Online service that are stores your website files, HTML files, video files, image files, database files, everything on a server connected to the internet. Just now whatever you have seen. The lowest hosting. Okay. So that is sharing hosting. That is for beginners and small business, small websites. Those who are looking for low cost, they can go for shared hosting. One more, VPS hosting, that is for growing businesses. It is for medium cost. And dedicated hosting for large businesses, it's high cost. Cloud hosting, it is high traffic websites. It is cost is too more. And managed with WordPress hosting, and it's again medium cost. Reselling hosting, so that and all not required. I can go for, if you want to go for free hosting, but it that never works. It's only for learning and testing purpose. But if you have a small and a very small business, then you go for shared hosting. But your website not up to the mark. Okay, so that is shared hosting. So there will be a mini website. So might be you have a question, sir, what is shared hosting? What is shared hosting? Shared hosting is nothing but, just imagine it's an apartment building, many websites shares in the same server and its same resources. Is called as share hosting. So one server can have so many websites, just like PG. one room, three people are sharing and paying rent for that. So something like that. So this is the cheapest option, one of the advantages, and easy to manage and beginner friendly, and also it includes email and control panel and other many providers. But the disadvantages is CPU and RAM is shared, so sometimes it's slower. Uh, Depends upon the traffic, and sometimes it's limited to customize, and it is suitable for blogs, small businesses, training institute, and also portfolios. In that case it's possible. Then if I talk about VPS server, physical server, it is divided into isolated virtual servers. Like each customer receives dedicated virtual services. So you will get the best performance, more control, more security. It can handle more visitors. Then dedicated hosting, as I said, it is entire server is yours. That entire physical server is dedicated to the single customer. So highest performance, full control, excellent security, and also having high traffic to handle that entire high traffic volume. Dedicated server is best for large companies, then banking systems, and major e-commerce websites, those who are planning to launch, then you better you go for dedicated host. Sir, what about cloud hosting? So cloud hosting that can run across multiple interconnected servers rather than relying a single machine. Okay, it might be a server A, server B, server C. Okay, website uses all available resources as needed. So that's what cloud hosting. That cost is too high. High availability, scalability is fast, and good uptime. Then it works for SaaS applications in the cloud computing. Then high growth websites. Everything is possible. Any doubts? So please check in the WhatsApp group. I have shared that entire notes. If you have any doubts, you ask me. So tomorrow, next class, I'll try to take a Google site. Okay, so don't miss. Try to attend. Parallelly, I will try to give some assignments to do that. So make that resources is available along with you. And use this GoDaddy and Hostinger platform. Check your desired domain name, is it available or not, and take the screenshot and share that in WhatsApp, and check out as per your business requirement what exactly are you planning, like is it shared hosting, web hosting, so cloud hosting, VPS hosting, so what exactly it is. So you take your own business scenario and apply according to the requirement, and you send me that in the WhatsApp itself. So just it is an activity for your class for today's class. So see you all Meet you in the next class. Thank you.